So let's talk about twisting in a yoga practice. There's many benefits physically and energetically to adding twisting into our practice. And twists are some of those things that we can add in every yoga practice. It doesn't matter what else we're doing with the practice. It's very beneficial to add twists to yoga practice because it's very good for the spine. So whenever we're twisting, we really do a few things for the spine. First of all, we stretch the muscles that are alongside the spine. They're called multifidus muscles. No need to know that big word, multifidus. And then there's also muscles outside of multifidus called erector spinae. So think about that name, erector spinae. So that's what keeps us sitting upright. So twisting, rotation, stretches those muscles alongside the spine. As well as we have these discs in between the spine when we going back to principles of alignment. So those discs that are in between each vertebrae, sort of like shock absorbers for the spine. And whenever we add rotation to yoga practice, we keep those discs nice and healthy. It sort of massages those discs and creates lubrication in the joint of each vertebrae. So whenever we add those twists, it's very good for the back in that aspect, because as we get older, the back tends to, if we don't move it, the bones start to fuse together because there's not that action, that lubrication in the joint. So then they get arthritic, and then that's where a lot of back pain comes from, and a lot of people who are very sedentary and they don't move their back through all ranges of motion each day. So twisting really helps alleviate that tension and keep those joints healthy. Also, on a physical level, twisting is really good for, as we're twisting, we're engaging one side. So these oblique muscles here in the core. So we engage the one side and then we're stretching the other side. And then when we do it in reverse, we're engaging the other side and stretching it. So it's a nice engagement when we add a little twist for oblique muscles here in the side. So it keeps us nice and strong there, nice and open there in the side of the body. And another thing twists are very beneficial for is digestion and massaging internal organs. So think of when we're in twist, or if we're in a forward twist, we're massaging the organs, we're massaging the gut by twisting, we're putting compression on the organs, and then as we release the twist, we release fresh blood into those organs. So we sort of compress it and then we release. So it's very good for digestion, to get digestion flowing properly, as well as massaging the internal organs. So not looking too deep into connective tissue, but each organ is surrounded by connective tissue. That's what keeps the organs in its space. So it doesn't move, your stomach doesn't end up here in your lungs. So that connective tissue can find tension, and when we're stressed out, connective tissue really holds, there's a lot of nerve endings there, so it really holds a lot of messages for stressed, that tends to tense up around the organs, that connective tissue. So whenever we're doing twisting in yoga postures, it sort of helps loosen up that connective tissue and unbind the organs a little bit so they're freer and they can function of what they need to do. So that's on a physical level what twisting can do for us. Energetically, twisting is really good for the solar plexus chakra. So think about, we're moving from the navel. I usually cue when we're doing twists, and you'll see this week, cueing from the navel upwards. So navel, rib cage, chest, and then shoulder. Navel, rib cage, chest, shoulder. So we're always moving from that spot first whenever we're twisting. So if we're in a revolved triangle, we're moving from the navel. If we're in half Lord of the Fishes, we're moving from the navel. So the solar plexus chakra, that's where we unblock that energy. So if you were stuck in your third chakra, twisting is very good and very beneficial for that third chakra to bring balance into. So I do a lot of twisting, especially I specifically do twisting practices, all twisting practices around like Thanksgiving and Christmas and holidays and things, because people, we're eating a lot of goodies and a lot of things that may inhibit digestion. We might get indigestion, or just since we're not eating properly for a while, we're eating too many good things. It takes its toll on the metabolism. It takes its toll on the body. So whenever we add twist to that, it sort of helps our bad behaviors around our food and what we eat. So twisting's good in that aspect. So that's enough on twisting. Well, I combined twisting and forward folding in our class today, or whenever you practice it. I'm going to practice it today, but whenever you guys decide to watch the video. So until next time, I'll see you guys soon. Take care.